Hello, my darlings, and welcome to episode 9 of the Uncomplicated Perimenopause podcast. My name is Kate Grosvenor. I'm a life coach and perimenopause expert.
And I'm Gabriella Grosvenor, Kate's daughter, here to learn with you all.
So, my darlings, as always, I have not a clue. I feel like I say that all the time, and then I feel like, maybe I ought to say I do have a clue, just not about this. But okay, Gabby, hit me with today's question. What have the listeners been asking me today?
This listener's Kristy.
Oh,
Our favourite Kristy.
We love Kristy. Kristy's from Australia. Gabby always says to me, what's the difference between Australian accents and, was it the other one you asked me the day, Australians and South Africans?
Oh my God, no, don't say that in front of Kristy. She's going to be like,
no, it's lovely.
Huge difference.
No, it's a huge difference. But I always know, my answer is, because Australians always sound like they're asking you a question, because it goes up at the end. Sorry, Kristy. I'm apologising in advance for me.
We do love you, and
we love you, and we haven't ruined. Please tell us we haven't ruined forever our relationship with Australia. we forever apologise, but
we have a lot of listeners in Australia as well.
Yes, we do, and we love our Australian visitors and listeners, and we do apologise. But I love Australians because they're always really excited, and it always goes up at the end. Anyway, so we digress for everybody else. What's the question?
Kristy says she's curious if symptoms from perimenopause carry on into the menopause, and if so, what they are. That's a good one.
It's a very, very good one, actually. Okay, having said it's a very, very good question, I need to slightly amend the question.
Amend it.
Amend the question.
Okay.
The reason I need to amend the question is because menopause is actually a day.
Mm-hmm.
So menopause is a year since your last period. So I need to amend the question to the difference between perimenopause and postmenopause.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and yes, there's a lot of differences. The answer is not going to be as good as you'd like it to be, but it's not going to be as bad as you fear it to be. Okay, so it is essentially, the answer can be given really, really simply, in that all the icky symptoms that are due to periods and fluctuations disappear.
Mm-hmm.
And all the ones that are due to low estrogen and sex hormones stay.
Okay.
That's it in a nutshell. The end. No, I'll explain. So, and I'm going home. No, I'm not. I actually am.
Home.
I know. Don't tell the listeners that. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to explain, but we have a studio above the stables. Right. I'll move on. So basically, there's some things that will disappear and some really good ones that disappear. And there's some great news. So if you're listening to this, don't switch over. If you're a fibromyalgia girl or an endometriosis girl, there's some great news coming your way.
That's good.
Okay, so the things that disappear. Oh, I've got little sparkles on my screen. You didn't see that, did you?
No.
On my screen, it went sparkly when I put my thumbs up.
Oh, FaceTime does that now as well.
I know, and Zoom. On Zoom, when I'm on a Zoom call with my memberships, when I do that, I get certain things. When I do that, I've got confetti. I don't know if this is going to appear on the video.
I don't think.
I really, really hope.
Keep plugging the thing for going bonkers. Like, we can see sparkles.
It's really bad for those who are listening on a podcast. Okay, I'm not tripping. I haven't taken any mushrooms. No hallucinogenics were consumed before the making of this podcast.
So excited.
I'm just
this podcast.
Yes, perimenopause keeps on giving. No, I promise you. No Class A substances of any description. Right. Concentrate, Grosvenor. Okay. And that's me, Grosvenor, not Grosvenor. Although. So, the things that disappear. So, obviously, you have no more irregular periods. Yeah. So, one of the biggest issues with women in perimenopause is this kind of like, you can't predict your periods and you can be minding your own business and suddenly you have a whoosh of a period that almost floods. And then you're out and about minding your own business and you'll have spotting or sudden bleeding, and it can be quite overwhelming, and it also can be quite shaming or distressing. It can happen, and I don't know why, but there's still a lot of shame for women in it. So we kind of don't want our partners to know about it. I mean, we should we be over it by the time we're in our 40s? Probably. Do we still feel embarrassed about blood and the whole thing? Yes, we do. And so, we have this fear that, it could happen anytime, and it could in perimenopause.
You just think it's when you're younger, when you're first starting off with periods. But like I had it leak the other day for the first time in years, and I was so embarrassed.
Oh, bless you.
And I'm in my 20s, but I was just a bit like, oh no, and how am I going to, and I was with boys, how am I going to walk out? They're going to see it, and there shouldn't be any shame. It's so...
I know.
But it does.
I know. I once saw this horrible meme going around Facebook where there was this cheerleader in the States, and she'd obviously started a period and not known it, and she was a cheerleader, and she was doing the splits in midair, and she started a period, and it went trending around Facebook, and I thought, how absolutely vile.
That poor girl.
I know.
She must be so...
Can you imagine? And I just thought...
It was definitely a man that took that photo. No woman would take that photo.
Do you know what?
Ooh. Was it a woman?
Well, how many male friends do I have on Facebook? So this is not me, by the way, this is not me showing off, please, everybody. But I have, 7,000-8,000 followers on Facebook. How many of them are men? Like that many?
Yeah, I was going to say.
So how many times have I seen that meme?
Oh, okay.
So it's women sharing it?
That's really sad. Come on, girls.
Do better.
Come on.
I know. So, yes. Anyway, so the whole irregular period thing is over. So it takes that uncertainty away. It takes that fear away. It takes that shame away. It takes all that side of things away.
You don't have any periods.
None. You're done. Because the whole thing about postmenopause is you stop your periods.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, you may, I may have 6 drops in, my underwear every 18 months.
Okay.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'll live.
Yeah. You'll wear a pad, maybe.
A panty liner. I'm 50. I'll wear a panty liner every 18 months. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Okay, so that whole side of things, that whole uncertainty, that whole, do I need to wear a thingy? What am I doing? Am I okay? It's gone. We're done. We're over. We're all okay.
That's a good one.
So
it's good that you started with the good news.
It's all good news.
Okay.
Today is all good news. The bad news is that anyway, so it's not all good news, but I'm going to give mostly good news today.
Okay.
I'm going to focus on what changes. As much as I can. Okay. So other things that change, all the PMS-like symptoms.
Okay.
So all the ones that are like the whole bloating, the whole kind of like all the massive mood swings.
Yeah.
Go. So the whole roller coaster, I'm up, I'm down, I'm in, I'm out. What am I doing? The whole like erratic, massive mood swings, because in perimenopause you go, I might have been slightly irrational today, I might have been like slightly off balance, right? I don't feel like that anymore. I don't have that I will stab you.
Amazing.
Yeah, so all of that's gone. I have no PMS. No, you think PMS is bad? Perimenopausal rage.
Oh no, I can't imagine.
Another level. It's like, I will stab you with a fork, come at me, person.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't like when people use that word, but that's how you feel inside, like the one that rhymes with itch. Okay, and I don't ever use that word, but in perimenopause, in my head, I said it a lot.
You can say it about yourself as well. Sometimes when I'm PMSing, I think, I've been alright today.
Yeah. But I don't like using it to other women. But in my head, it was a thing. And that shows you how bad perimenopausal rage can be, because I don't use derogatory terms to women, but in my head, woo! Okay, so all of that goes. So the whole roller coaster, the whole massive mood swings,
that's
gone.
Really good.
Amazing. So severe mood swings gone, irregular periods gone, PMS-like symptoms gone, so all that stuff gone. And the whole, if you get migraines that are related to mood swings and period migraines, gone as well.
Okay.
So if you're a girly that, I I say girly, that's really derogatory when you're 50, isn't it? But if you're a woman that gets, before your period, or if you're PMS and you get migraines related to your periods, no, you've gone. So all that stuff has disappeared. And at the same time, what I was saying, about fibromyalgia and endometriosis, because those are conditions that are related to your period. So endometriosis, as we know, is when the lining is released and it goes into your, it's all that stuff that goes into your abdomen, it goes into your intestines instead of into your, all that stuff.
I'm a fellow endometriosis person.
I know, bless your heart. But because
you have fibromyalgia.
No, I don't.
I thought you did.
No. I have a lot of clients with fibromyalgia, so I understand a lot about it. But I don't suffer with it myself. Thankfully, blessed. But I have a lot of clients that do.
How common are these two conditions?
More common than you would think, and more undiagnosed than they should be.
Is it the same, right? Fibromyalgia, like endometriosis?
It's not the same condition, but it's
like
difficult. Fibromyalgia is more easy to diagnose than endometriosis, but it takes a long time, and it's one of those that women are gaslighted a lot before they're believed, and it's, I don't know, doctors seem reluctant sometimes to give a diagnosis, and which is really, really frustrating. Anywho, it's. But because you don't have periods anymore, because you don't have anything that to do with those type of conditions, that all disappears for you.
Yeah.
There's no eggs, there's no ovary, there's there's nothing that, none of that thing is functioning.
Yeah.
So none of that is an issue.
Yeah.
So that all stops.
That's a good one. Okay.
So you're done. And so that whole battle is over.
So your menopause, after it's been a year since your last period,
you're in post.
Then you're post the day after.
Well, I mean, yeah, technically.
Okay.
But okay, so no more of that. So when I say all the big mood swings are gone, I have to caveat that.
Okay.
So obviously, when you don't have estrogen, you can still be prone to low moods because you still don't have your sex hormones. So you're never going to get back your estrogen, your progesterone, and your testosterone. So you're going to be prone to low moods not necessarily, but you're going to struggle to produce your own serotonin. You're going to struggle to produce enough dopamine. You're going to struggle to produce all these happy hormones. If you're on HRT, you may have enough of them. Yeah. If you exercise regularly, you may have enough of them. If you live a life that's, I talk about this a lot in my life coaching and how to live your life that produces, because I believe in helping yourself, I do, and how to live a life that you can produce enough of your, lead a lifestyle where you can produce enough of your happy hormones through your habits.
Yeah.
So it can be done, but you are likely to not have enough hormones if you're not careful. So, and that can lead enough kind of happy hormones. So you are prone to low moods, but not the mood swings. Okay. Right. What else?
That's a good one, actually.
I thought so.
Yeah, I get you.
You get me. So you just have to be aware of that. And then that comes down to you looking after yourself and you being aware of it and you saying, well, I'm the captain of my own ship. No one's coming to rescue me. Unfortunately, I am my own knight in shining armor. And I spend a lot of time teaching women how to lead this beautiful life, how to help themselves, how to understand that they can pick themselves up. And the good thing is when you understand that, you don't have to wait for anybody else to fix it.
Yeah.
And then you have all the power yourself. Because if you wait for somebody else to fix it, they then have the power to break it.
Yeah.
They then have the power to tell you as when and how they will be, in
no
charge.
One can really fix it.
No, they can't. They can't really fix it. And as the amount of power that you give them is the amount of power you give them to break it, change it, withhold it, manipulate it. you know.
Yeah.
So you're much better off doing that for yourself, because then imagine if you understand, I'm going a little bit of a squirrel, a little bit of a tangent here, but imagine if you understand how to make yourself happy, how to make yourself relax, how to bring yourself up when you're feeling sad, how to calm yourself down when you're angry, how to breathe and make yourself feel at peace when you feel like your world is rocked. Imagine you know how to do all of those things. Then tell me you're having a bad day, and I'll tell you how to. And it shouldn't ever be a bad day. It should be a bad hour.
Yeah.
Or a bad 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or a bad morning. But you should never have a bad day.
Yeah.
Or a bad week. Or a bad month. Or a bad season. You should just be able to...
You've never listened to the Friends theme song then.
But are you with me?
Yeah.
It's like you should never have a prolonged period where things go wrong. It should be, okay, if you can regulate your emotions, you have the secret in life.
Yeah.
People always say to me, what's the secret to a happy life? And the answer will always be learn to regulate your emotions.
Yeah, that's true, because we've had a bad morning or first like really bad couple of hours in the day, we think, oh, today's just ruined.
Yeah, write it off.
Day. Yeah, completely.
People write off years. I had a client once that I absolutely, I love, you know me, and I love my clients to pieces. I adore, you know, clients to my memberships, more one-to-one clients. And this client and I nearly came to blows once, because she was on a mission, and she'd nailed the first 3 weeks of the year, and then she fell off track in like week 3 of January. And she said to me, right, that's it, January's ruined, I'll have to start again next year. And I literally, I was like, you're going to wait 49 weeks to start again?
When you've just had one bad week.
I was like,
I
was like, literally, we're starting again this afternoon.
Yeah.
This afternoon we start again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love a rebel that starts on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah. I won't even wait for a Monday morning.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious?
Yeah. I think we're all guilty of that though as well. Like, I do think that too.
People like, I'll start again on Monday.
Yeah. Or I'm going to start work at this time. Oh, it's 5 past. Just wait the next hour then.
Yeah. But why are you delaying happiness?
Yeah. You shared a picture like that on your Instagram recently, and I loved it. Don't postpone joy.
No, why?
I loved it.
Be happy now.
So true.
Who are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Like, what can you do in the next hour that brings you joy? What can you do in the next 20 minutes that'll make you happy?
Yeah.
Like, why are you vegging?
But you're a big gratitude person in general
I am.
as well. So it does help. Like gratitude journals and the ones that you gave my sisters and I, it changes your whole perspective of how you wake up and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. And I'm huge, and so there's a misconception that when people don't know me, they think I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth.
Yeah.
And the reason is because I have a reasonably posh accent, and I'm a very
and you help other people, so they think you must have it all.
Yeah. And I'm an educated human, and blah blah blah, and I have a nice house and stuff, and they think that I must have a silver spoon, and they don't realise that I grew up with an alcoholic mum, and that my dad left, and I've looked after myself since I was 15 years old. So I put myself through uni. I'm a survivor of domestic violence, as you know. You know all too well, unfortunately.
You raised your kids.
I raised my kids. I did that.
And we're pretty darn cute.
You're pretty darn awesome. And, and this is who I am as a human. And I wasn't always this calm, together person. I have been through it.
But you've learned to regulate your emotions.
I have learned.
That's it.
That's it. And the reason that I am who I am, and I'm so grateful, is because I know what it's like not to be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember back to 2016 when I always tell this story of when I used to live, basically my bedroom was a hovel. And well, do you remember back in the old house when you couldn't actually get to my bed because the floor of my bedroom was so messy that you'd have to almost like hurtle yourself across stuff to actually, and people don't believe me when I say this. So if you saw my bedroom now, my bedroom is
like every girl's dream bedroom.
It's like the Barbie house for grown-ups.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's all white and nude. And it's so wow on the eyes, and everything has its... Oh.
It's a thing of beauty.
It's lovely.
right? And I take pride. I make my environment stunningly beautiful. Every room that I inhabit has to be gorgeous and beautiful, and I treat myself, it's not a financial thing, but I treat myself to a beautiful environment,
including my room.
Yeah, but it has to
look beautiful.
It has to look beautiful, and it has to smell gorgeous. There has to be lovely things in there, fresh flowers in there. It has to have a nice smell. Everything has to be just lovely because it's important, right? Now, if you go back to 2016, I used to live in a place where, when I used to emotionally eat, we're going way off track here. I used to emotionally eat. My whole floor of my bedroom was just covered in food wrappers and clothes and just stuff and everything, because I didn't care about myself. I wasn't in that place. So the thing is, if I can do it, you can do it. That's number one. And number two, if you can learn to regulate your emotions, you're halfway there. And that's what I do for a living. I help women figure that stuff out. Anyway, so.
No, it all came back full circle. It all makes that was a good story. It all makes sense with it.
Yeah. So regulating emotions, super duper important. Okay, sorry, I've gone off on one. So again, you're not having any hormone fluctuations. You're not going to have any boob pain. So boobs, your boobs.
That's a good
one. So breasts can get really, really sore in perimenopause.
Oh, cool. Right.
So really painful, sore breasts, sore boobs, none of that.
Like on your period?
Yeah, okay. But you can get it like constantly, and one breast can be more sore than the other, and it can just be really painful, and you can start getting lumpy. You feel like you're getting lumpy boobs and sore down the sides, and then sore up here, and then it's like that whole stress of, is there a lump? Have I got something going on? Is it something sinister? And it can cause a lot of distress.
They're that bad you feel like you've got a lump. That's bad. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's distressing.
Yeah,
that all goes away.
So the menopause.
That's all. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Yeah,
right. So that's good. So that's gone. Okay. Other positives. I'm trying to find out the positives. I'm working on it, girls. I'm working on it. No more fertility concerns, because you can be in the perimenopause and get pregnant.
Yeah,
which is like. Are you me?
But people can get have it in their 30s, and of course you can still
get pregnant.
You can
get pregnant in your 40s.
Yeah,
you could be in the middle of perimenopause. You could be 45, only having a period every once in a blue moon, be like almost at the point of menopause,
and then get pregnant,
and still get pregnant.
Jesus.
Because your body
what?
Because your body. The thing is, women's bodies, and this is not misogyn. Please, 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 don't come for the messenger.
No, we love women.
No, we love women, and we love our bodies. And this is, please don't shoot me, because I'm just the messenger. I keep saying this every week. I'm just the messenger, please.
Because of my reactions.
Yeah. Your body is designed to procreate. That's why women's, again.
It's just biology.
Okay. But your body is designed to procreate. It's women's bodies. So they still keep trying to give you that one last chance. So they will keep trying to give you that one last period and that one last chance to procreate, because back in the day, obviously, they had to give you as many chances as possible, because there was not massive amounts of chance of survival of your offspring.
Okay.
Because they'd get eaten by beasts, or they would be taken out by disease, or do you know what I mean? Like, there wasn't, not every child would survive.
Yeah. So it's carried on for us now.
Yes.
Great.
Okay, so no more fertility problems, no more need for contraception, no more need for worries. We're all good.
Getting off contraception's a big one. Because no matter what form you use, it does affect you.
Yeah. So none of that. No more acne. So sometimes in perimenopause, obviously I talk a lot about collagen, big believer in collagen, big believer in my own collagen, our own collagen, because it's fantastic. But you can also get cyclical acne in perimenopause. So because your hormones are not stable, some women can get really, really dry skin. Most women can get much drier, but some women, because the hormones are so kind of like this, they can end up with dry skin, but also acne skin. So it's like you get the worst of both cases.
Yeah.
So that goes.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Are you liking this?
Yeah.
It's a nice one, isn't it? I haven't told you any of the bad news yet. I'm just working on the good news.
Let's just have a bad one. I'm ready.
Are you ready? Okay, so all of the ones that are to do with low estrogen are going to stay because you're never going to get your estrogen back.
Makes sense.
So the ones like osteoporosis, like bone density, osteoarthritis.
Yeah, okay. Of course.
Okay.
Does it get worse?
Yes.
Okay.
Because your estrogen will deplete. So in perimenopause, your estrogen is doing this as it goes down, and it's going to continue to decline until you have none.
Okay. No, that makes sense, though. I get that one.
So there's nothing we can do about that. Okay. This is why you can choose to take HRT or you can choose not to take HRT. Personal choice. You may or may not be allowed to take HRT given your family history and your own personal medical history. It's one of those things where we can only say to you, prepare for this, do your best for this, try and look after yourself. Now, if I was going to say to you, I get asked the question, what can I do to help prevent osteoporosis or osteoarthritis? You can't prevent it. Yeah. But if I was going to recommend a magical, the best case scenario would be HRT plus what I'm going to recommend. Ignore the HRT because that's personal choice. Yeah. The other three things that I would recommend are collagen. Not because it's our collagen, but because it's researched and I know what's in it and I know it's best for you. And bovine collagen, which is what it is, and our collagen in particular because I know the source of it and I know exactly what's in it and I know why it's good for you. But bovine collagen because it's the glue that holds everything together for your joints. So trust me when I say this is scientifically backed and researched. So our collagen plus omegas. Okay, plus vitamin D. Okay, those three things together are the best thing that you can do. Plus some calcium, okay, but at the very least, vitamin D, our collagen, and omegas. If you take those three things together, that's the best things you can do in terms of giving your body the fairest chance outside of HRT, which is the medically the best thing you can do for your bones and arthritis. But outside of the medical thing you can do, supplement-wise, our collagen, vitamin D, and omega is the best three things combined together that you can do to help give your body the fairest chance for osteoarthritis and osteoporosis. So that is a real thing. Plus weight-bearing exercise. So things like I'm not talking about heavy weights. I'm talking about using your own body weight as resistance weight. We do need to have some kind of weight training, some kind of weight. You don't need masses of cardio when you're our age. You do need some kind of weight bearing resistance training. So muscle is very, very important. So you do need to have some kind of weight training and some kind of flexibility. So yoga, Pilates, something of that ilk. Those kind of things are really, really important. So it's not just because you look cute in a pair of hot pants. I wouldn't look cute in a pair of hot pants. I do look cute in a pair of yoga pants. But yeah, those kind of things are within your power to control. Yeah. And I would highly recommend that people do them. But yes, unfortunately, anything that's estrogen based. So when we look at things like vaginal dryness, itchy skin, dry skin on your face, again, collagen is going to help you with your skin on your face. I highly recommend. Skin all over your body, again, collagen will help. Invest in, again, omegas will help you, collagen will help you. Invest in good skincare. Try not to use I will do an episode at some point about xenoestrogens, which we do need to talk about at some point. About we've touched them at some point about nastiness in skin products. And it's looking into these things and researching these things and not using harsh chemicals on your skin, but anything, those kind of conditions that are estrogen based will continue to get more prevalent, will continue to worsen. And there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, it makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, that's so anything that way inclined, will get worse. Anything that's cyclic, that goes on a cycle with weight, again, will improve. So if you gain weight near your period, you won't have that. But weight gain in general won't improve.
Okay.
So if you gained weight in perimenopause, you're not likely to lose it in menopause without changing your diet or without doing something different.
Yeah.
So again, I would just recommend looking at a protein-based diet, and making sure that you're being aware of insulin resistance, but that's a whole other story. If you want to know anything about this, I'll put a link. We launched I launched a perimenopause membership this week. It's only it's only £9 a month. And I will put the link in this week's show notes, because all these kind of topics like insulin resistance, all these kind of things I will be discussing in there, so you can learn all about them as well, because it's really, really important. I think that's it, really. I think that's probably answered all the questions. I hope that's answered all the questions.
That was great.
Yeah.
I'm feeling today, I'm leaving today feeling better.
Oh, yay, good. All right, my darlings. Well, I hope that's helped. As always, if you have any questions, please do let us know. And have a beautiful week, and we will speak to you next week. Bye, my loves.